Hey, Editing Axel here. We're going to be talking about all of the things that Riot is addressing with Riftbound and the problems in the game in this video through the article that they released. If you have any topics that they aren't addressing or you think that there are things that need to be worked on as well, let me know those in the comments. I'd love to see where you think that Riftbound can improve going forward. Anyways, let's get into the video. I hope you enjoy going through the article with me. So I think it's pretty safe to say that Riftbound's release has been pretty hit or miss. Sure, the game's really fun, but getting product has been an issue, and quality of cards has been an issue. There's just been a bunch of little things, but luckily it seems that Riot is taking this pretty seriously, as they released an article yesterday talking about what they've learned from this and how they plan to improve in the future. And I just wanted to go through it with you all today so that we know that they actually care about the game, and I think that's pretty good. So let's get into Riftbound Origins launch learnings, reflecting on the English launch, including what worked and what didn't. So it says, "Hey Riftbounders, we've launched Riftbound in 2 languages and the support we've seen so far has been staggering. We're incredibly grateful to all of you, and we're just getting started. We're already hard at work preparing for next year with our second set Riftbound Spiritforge, along with additional regional rollouts and expanding into more languages. That's all great to hear. Thank you, and what's next? From the start of the game's development, remember those Project K days? Your feedback has been crucial to the Riftbound team. You've all helped to shape Riftbound, and we know we have a ways to go yet to get the best possible experience. Among all the excitement during the launch, we saw areas of feedback that we wanted to address right away. There have been a ton of just little issues, so hopefully these are things they're taking pretty seriously. Starting with rare redemption. We confirmed that a very small percentage of individual packs are missing a rare card. At the booster box level, rarity distribution is not impacted. We want every pack you open to feel awesome with at least 2 rares or better in each pack. We're working alongside our partner UVS Games, so impacted players can receive a replacement card, rare or better, for impacted Origins booster packs. If you are missing a rare card from an individually purchased Origins booster pack, here's how to request a replacement. Submit an inquiry with UVS Games via this form for review. After review, we'll follow up if you qualify for a replacement card. Replacement cards are expected to ship before the end of the year, but timelines may vary depending on the region. There's a limit 3 per person and 6 per household. Conditions apply for any card replacement requests and may vary per region. We've determined that the rarity distribution issue will still be happening for some Spiritforge booster packs, that's kind of shitty, and won't be fully corrected until our 3rd set. Due to how they're packed, Origins and Spiritforge booster boxes all contain the correct number of rares, but we'll be doing a similar replacement card program for impacted individually purchased Spiritforge booster packs when those are released next year. So I think this is kind of cool that they're actually taking some effort to send everyone individual rare or higher cards who were affected, obviously. Like, that's pretty interesting, especially considering it's only affecting packs that were individually packaged as opposed to whole boxes. So it's not like, you know, if you opened a box, you had 24 rare cards missing. It's if you bought one, you might have one missing. And even in those cases, it's still pretty rare from what they're saying. So it seems like they're taking what could be a fairly small issue in the grand scheme of things pretty seriously, and that's kind of great. And yes, it could be small. That rare could be worth $1. Or it could have been something way bigger worth $100 if it's like a time warp that you're missing out on, right? So, I don't know. I'm not sure how they're going to decide what cards get sent out to people. That could just be random as well. But we'll have to see if there's any updates on that in the future. Something that bothered me quite a bit when going through cards is the cutting card edges. Basically, especially along the top of cards, you'll notice that there's it comes damaged, basically. It's not in great condition to begin with. That's kind of bad. So let's take a look at this. We also launched an investigation with our production partner, UVS Games, to understand the full scope of the burring or cards having rough edges issue. We discovered that because we picked a premium thick paper stock, this paper causes more wear than we had anticipated on the facility's cutting tools. This means that a low percentage of cards have rougher edges than they should. Low percentage? I don't know. I've noticed quite a lot of them have this issue. Maybe I just got really unlucky with the boxes, but who's to say? However, showcase cards, including alt arts and overnumbers, are not impacted. That I have noticed. Also, promo cards seem to be pretty good for the most part. I haven't had any issues with those. We've made changes in the cutting process to mitigate the issue for Spiritforge and future sets. It is important for us that Riftbound cards look and feel great to collect or play with, and we continue to provide consistent quality set over set. If you received a card that is severely damaged or completely unusable from the production process, here's how you can request a replacement. Email UVS Games with a picture of the card and the packaging it came in with the barcode visible. Conditions apply for any card replacement requests and may vary per region. So again, if you have a damaged card, they will replace it if you have the packaging still available. I don't know about you. I threw out most of my packaging, so it's probably too late to get any of that back, but at least, you know, they're doing something. And I get that you would need the packaging so they can make sure, you know, that's the card associated with that pack, and we're not just getting replacements on every card. But I don't know, it doesn't feel fantastic. Still, they're putting in effort to fix it at least a little bit. Shipping delays, another big one. People are not getting their pre-orders from Riot specifically, or at least they're just starting to, if anything now, like 2 weeks almost after they should have gotten it, or after they should have shipped at least. So let's read here. Some people are still waiting on Riftbound Origins order that they placed during pre-order, and we're actively working to get those out as quickly as possible. While many players have already received their product, some shipments are still being processed, and we appreciate your continued patience. We're tracking towards finishing shipping all Riftbound Origins order from the first wave of pre-orders by the end of this week. They're still not done. That's super late. Hope you weren't trying to play the game in the first few weeks. To get orders out faster, we're shipping items that as they become available. That means you might receive your order in multiple shipments. We've also reviewed how to improve pre-order fulfillment going forward so we can get Riftbound into players' hands closer to launch for future sets and launches. Man, it's crazy that they still haven't been sent out, but I guess they're working on it. Multiple orders is kind of also annoying, but it does seem like they're taking it seriously yet again and working to adjust systems going forward. We'll have to see how that looks for the Spirit Forge launches, because people are super not happy about this. Then we have more Riftbound to even more players. I'm hoping this is about the quantity of product that they released, because, again, people just can't get their hands on it, even if they pre-ordered, so we want everyone to be able to play Riftbound, to be able to get their hands on the game and be able to play. We hoped Riftbound would be popular, but the excitement and demand greatly surpassed our wildest expectations. Every card game, man. We didn't think it would be this popular. And, like, why didn't you think that? We missed the mark on the demand, and we know availability is making it harder for players to get everything they want, especially at MSRP. Fucking 401 games. We have a couple of fixes on the horizon around supply incoming, including more Riftbound Origins products available to local game stores between now and the end of the year. So we're not going to be waiting too long, as it is already November. We'll continue to keep an eye out to ensure Riftbound Origins is available to players at a reasonable price. The exact timing of product arrival will vary by region, but we also hope the additional supply and potential additional reprints will help the market level out. Hopefully sooner than later. We also heard the desire for access to Proving Ground cards. In support of the launch of Spirit Forge, we'll be adding many of our Proving Ground cards, including Legends, Champions, and Signatures, into promo packs available at Nexus Nights that will allow players more access to them. That's really cool. There's specifically a couple cards in Proving Grounds that are really expensive and really hard to get, and in some cases very important. For example, Master Yi you can only get in Proving Grounds. That's the second best deck in the game, so like, you know, if you can't get Proving Grounds, you're just kind of screwed. Annie's a really fun deck, and she's only in there. Same with Lux. Garen's not really a big issue, but whatever. There's also the Flash card, which I think is selling for like $25 right now. What? So getting cards like that in the actual game with easier access through promo packs is pretty good. In the long term, we're exploring ways to incentivize partners and provide them rewards for engaging in player-first behavior, including reasonable pricing. Interesting. I like the idea of them incentivizing people through rewarding people who actually sell things at reasonable prices. That's hopefully going to make a pretty big impact depending on what those incentives are. So, I don't know, maybe they give them more product going forward, which it seems like that might not be possible right now, but that could be a good way to alleviate some of that stress and help them make more money through the product. I don't know. This program will take a bit longer to roll out. Obviously, this seems like a bigger issue, but we hope that it's a step in the right direction to align with what's best for stores and players. Okay, so again, they are aware of the issue, they are working on it. That seems to be the theme here. Wrapping things up, we're not done with improvements, and we'll continue to listen to feedback and share what worked and what didn't. Riftbound and the growing community around the game would not be possible without Riftbounders like you sharing your excitement, but also feedback as well. We want to thank you all so much for your support by showing up at launch events, sharing your epic decks, and showcasing your lucky pulls. We are truly humbled by all the incredible support from players all around the world as we work towards our shared goal of making Riftbound the best physical game experience it can be. Thank you for being a Riftbounder, and good luck, have fun. So 2 things. Firstly, man, the name Riftbounder sucks. That is not a great or catchy player name. Oops. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Has Duelist, Magic has Planeswalker. Those are kind of cool. Riftbounder does not roll off the tongue. Secondly, I know that there are a bunch of issues with Riftbound so far, especially in terms of the product, but they're taking feedback seriously. They are addressing it all as best as possible. Yes, you might think it's unacceptable to have all of these problems this early on, but like, if they're listening and they're adapting this quickly, it's been, 2 weeks and they're already setting things in motion to fix and adjust processes going forward to make it better. I think that's a great sign. Hopefully Riftbound will be here for a long time, and by like Sett 4 or 5, I'd imagine we should have a fairly perfect rollout going forward from then. All of the lessons should be learned by then if they're staying attentive like this. It might be a bit rocky at the beginning, especially because they do print ahead of time, right? Like they said, the Spirit Forge product is already ready to go, essentially. They're working on Sett 3 or 4 probably behind the scenes, so it's not like they can make adjustments this close to release for those things. But the sets that come afterwards hopefully will be much better. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Remember, you can leave a like, subscribe, join the Patreon, or check out our Discord in the description if you want to show some support for the channel. With all that being said, I appreciate you taking the time, and I will see you in the next one.